NFPA 25 is the standard for the inspection, testing, and maintenance of water-based fire protection systems. Its purpose is to ensure the reliability and effectiveness of these systems in controlling fires. The standard applies to all water-based fire protection systems, including fire sprinkler systems, fire hydrants, standpipes, water storage tanks, and fire pumps. Key requirements revolve around inspection and testing. Regular inspections and tests of all components of the system are mandated, including pumps, valves, sprinklers, and hydrants. The frequency of these inspections and tests is determined by the risk level of the building or facility. The standard provides specific testing procedures for different types of systems. Maintenance is also a critical aspect. Preventive maintenance is required to keep the system in good working order and minimize the need for repairs. Maintenance tasks include cleaning, lubricating, and repairing components as needed. It is imperative that records of all maintenance activities are maintained for inspection purposes. Documentation is another vital component. Detailed documentation of inspections, tests, and maintenance work is required. This documentation must include the dates, times, and results of the work performed. Furthermore, personnel qualifications are addressed in this standard. Personnel performing inspections, tests, and maintenance must be qualified and trained in accordance with NFPA 1041. Additional features of NFPA 25 include guidance on inspection methods, documentation, and personnel qualifications. It also provides information on special testing considerations for specific types of systems and offers sample forms and checklists for conducting inspections and tests. The benefits of adhering to NFPA 25 are numerous. Firstly, it ensures the reliability and effectiveness of water-based fire protection systems. Secondly, it reduces the risk of fire damage. Thirdly, it ensures compliance with applicable codes and regulations. And fourthly, it provides a documented record of maintenance activities for insurance and regulatory purposes. Regular inspections are essential. The frequency depends on the type of system and the environment it's in. For example, a sprinkler system in a corrosive environment might require more frequent inspections. These inspections should cover all visible components, including the sprinkler heads, piping, valves, and gauges. Look for signs of corrosion, damage, or obstruction. Testing is also crucial to ensure the system's functionality. Sprinkler systems should undergo regular flow tests to verify adequate water supply and pressure. Fire pumps need to be tested to confirm they can deliver the required flow and pressure. Fire hydrants should be tested to ensure they are operating correctly and providing sufficient water. Maintenance is more than just fixing things when they break. It involves a proactive approach to keep the system in optimal condition. This includes lubricating valves, cleaning strainers, and replacing worn or damaged components. Proper maintenance extends the life of the system and prevents costly repairs down the road. Documentation is often overlooked, but it's a critical part of NFPA 25 compliance. Detailed records of all inspections, tests, and maintenance activities must be maintained. These records should include the date, time, and results of each activity, as well as the name of the person who performed the work. Good documentation provides a clear audit trail and demonstrates that the system is being properly maintained. Personnel qualifications are also important. Anyone performing inspections, tests, or maintenance on a water-based fire protection system should be properly trained and qualified. NFPA 1041 provides the requirements for fire service instructor professional qualifications. Having qualified personnel ensures that the work is being done correctly and safely. Specific requirements in NFPA 25 can vary depending on the type of system. For example, there are specific requirements for fire sprinkler systems, standpipe systems, and fire pump systems. It is important to understand the specific requirements that apply to each type of system. Water storage tanks also fall under the purview of NFPA 25. Regular inspections are required to check for leaks, corrosion, and sediment buildup. The tank should also be cleaned periodically to prevent the accumulation of debris. Fire pumps are a critical component of many water-based fire protection systems. They provide the necessary water pressure to fight fires. Regular testing and maintenance of fire pumps are essential to ensure they are operating correctly. This includes checking the pump's performance, lubricating moving parts, and inspecting the electrical connections. Valves are another important component of water-based fire protection systems. They control the flow of water throughout the system. Regular inspections and maintenance of valves are necessary to ensure they are operating freely and not leaking. Sprinkler heads are the final point of water discharge in a fire sprinkler system. They are designed to activate automatically when exposed to heat. Regular inspections of sprinkler heads are essential to ensure they are not damaged, obstructed, or corroded. Obstructions can prevent the sprinkler head from activating properly, while corrosion can weaken the sprinkler head and cause it to fail. If a sprinkler head is damaged or corroded, it should be replaced immediately. There are different types of sprinkler heads designed for different applications. Some sprinkler heads are designed to discharge water in a specific pattern, while others are designed to activate at a specific temperature. It is important to use the correct type of sprinkler head for the application. NFPA 25 provides guidance on the selection of sprinkler heads. Backflow preventers are also an important part of water-based fire protection systems. They prevent contaminated water from flowing back into the public water supply. Regular testing of backflow preventers is required to ensure they are functioning correctly. The frequency of testing depends on the type of backflow preventer and the local regulations. NFPA 25 also addresses the issue of impairments. An impairment is any condition that could prevent the water-based fire protection system from operating properly. Impairments can be planned or unplanned. Planned impairments are typically due to maintenance or repairs. Unplanned impairments are typically due to equipment failures or other unexpected events. NFPA 25 requires that impairments be properly managed to minimize the risk of fire. This includes taking steps to isolate the impairment, notifying the appropriate parties, and restoring the system to service as quickly as possible. NFPA 25 also provides guidance on the use of alternative fire protection systems. Alternative fire protection systems are systems that use something other than water to extinguish fires. Examples of alternative fire protection systems include foam systems, gas systems, and dry chemical systems. NFPA 25 allows the use of alternative fire protection systems in certain situations, but it also requires that these systems be properly designed, installed, and maintained. The standard emphasizes the importance of having a well-defined fire protection plan. This plan should outline the procedures to be followed in the event of a fire. It should also include information on the location of fire extinguishers, fire alarms, and other fire protection equipment. Fire protection plan should be reviewed and updated regularly. All occupants of the building should be familiar with the fire protection plan. In addition to NFPA 25, there are other codes and standards that may apply to water-based fire protection systems. These include the International Building Code, the International Fire Code, and various local codes and standards. It is important to be familiar with all of the applicable codes and standards. NFPA 25 is a comprehensive standard that covers all aspects of water-based fire protection systems. By following the requirements of NFPA 25, building owners and managers can ensure that their fire protection systems are reliable and effective. This can help to protect lives and property in the event of a fire. Fire safety is a shared responsibility. Everyone has a role to play in preventing fires and ensuring that fire protection systems are working properly. By working together, we can create a safer environment for everyone. Water is the most common extinguishing agent used in fire protection systems. It is effective at cooling and smothering fires. However, water can also cause damage to property. Therefore, it is important to use water wisely and to have appropriate drainage in place to prevent water damage. There are a variety of different types of fire sprinklers available. Each type of sprinkler is designed for a specific application. Some sprinklers are designed to activate quickly, while others are designed to discharge a large amount of water. It is important to select the right type of sprinkler for the application. Fire alarms are an important part of fire protection systems. They provide early warning of a fire, allowing people to evacuate the building safely. Fire alarms should be tested regularly to ensure they are working properly. Fire extinguishers are another important part of fire protection systems. They can be used to extinguish small fires before they spread. Fire extinguishers should be located in easily accessible locations and should be inspected regularly to ensure they are fully charged. Proper training is essential for anyone who may be required to use a fire extinguisher. They should know how to operate the extinguisher and what types of fires it can be used on. It's important to remember that fire extinguishers are only effective on small fires. If a fire is too large or is spreading rapidly, evacuate the building immediately and call the fire department. The fire department is the best resource for fighting fires. They have the equipment and training necessary to extinguish fires safely and effectively. Never attempt to fight a fire that is too large or is spreading rapidly. Your safety is the most important thing. Smoke detectors are another important part of fire safety. They provide early warning of a fire, even if you are asleep. Smoke detectors should be installed in every bedroom and on every level of the home. They should be tested monthly to ensure they are working properly. Replace the batteries in smoke detectors at least once a year. Carbon monoxide detectors are also important for fire safety. Carbon monoxide is a deadly, odorless gas that can be produced by faulty appliances or heating systems. Carbon monoxide detectors should be installed on every level of the home and should be tested monthly. Replace the batteries in carbon monoxide detectors at least once a year. Having a fire escape plan is crucial for fire safety. A fire escape plan should include 2 ways out of every room and a designated meeting place outside the home. Practice the fire escape plan with your family regularly. In the event of a fire, stay low to the ground to avoid smoke inhalation. Smoke rises, so the air near the floor is cleaner and cooler. Cover your mouth and nose with a damp cloth to further protect yourself from smoke inhalation. Once you are outside, stay outside. Do not go back inside the building for any reason. Wait for the fire department to arrive and tell them if anyone is still inside. Fire safety is an ongoing process. It requires constant vigilance and a commitment to following safe practices. By taking the necessary precautions, you can reduce the risk of fire and protect yourself and your family. NFPA 25 is a valuable resource for anyone who is responsible for the inspection, testing, and maintenance of water-based fire protection systems. It provides the information and guidance necessary to ensure that these systems are working properly and are able to protect lives and property in the event of a fire. Review the standard regularly and stay up to date on the latest requirements.